This deck should have failed years ago. It was not built from expensive exotic hardwood. It was not covered in a luxury stain. It was not protected by some modern miracle coating. It was made from ordinary, cheap 2x4 lumber. And somehow, after nearly 30 years outside, in rain, sun, shade, insects and changing seasons, it was still standing. Welcome back to Forgotten Materials. If you have been here before, you already know what this channel is about. The materials, tricks and old building ideas people used to trust, and then slowly forgot. And if you are new here, thank you for watching. Today we are looking at one of the simplest wood preservation tricks I have seen. A cheap white powder, ordinary lumber and a deck that refused to rot. But the secret is not just the powder. The real secret is understanding what destroys wood in the first place. Most people think wood rots because it gets wet, but that is only half true. Wood can get wet and still survive for a long time, as long as it can dry out. The real enemy is when moisture stays trapped long enough for fungus to move in. Then come the insects, then the soft spots, then the cracks. Then one day a board that looked fine from the top starts breaking apart underneath. That is why decks in shade often fail faster than decks in sunlight. Not because they get more rain, but because they stay damp longer. And that is where this old trick comes in. The white powder used on that 2x4 deck was a borate-based treatment, borax, boric acid, or a similar borate compound. It is not glamorous. It does not make the wood look expensive. It does not give you a rich brown stain. But it does something more important. It makes the wood a much harder place for fungus and wood-damaging insects to survive. That is what makes this story so interesting. The deck was not saved because the lumber was special. It was saved because the treatment attacked the real problem before it started. Fungus needs the right conditions. Insects need vulnerable wood. Moisture needs time. A borate treatment interrupts that chain. It does not turn cheap wood into steel. It does not make a deck immortal. But under the right conditions, it can slow down the enemies of wood long enough to make ordinary lumber last far longer than expected. But here is the part many people miss. Borates are water-soluble. That means if you use this treatment outdoors, and the wood is constantly exposed to rain without any protection, the treatment can slowly wash out over time. So the forgotten trick is not simply put powder on wood and walk away. The real trick is this. Treat the wood before rot starts. Focus on the end grain. Let it absorb. Let it dry. Then protect the surface from constant water exposure with the right exterior finish or design. The powder helps fight decay, but good building design helps keep the treatment where it belongs. End grain matters because it acts almost like a bundle of tiny straws. When a board is cut, the ends can absorb water much faster than the face of the board. That is why fence posts, deck boards, stair stringers and cut edges often fail first. A person might carefully coat the top of a board, then forget the freshly cut end. And that one exposed end becomes the doorway for moisture. The old builders understood this better than many modern weekend projects do. If the end grain is ignored, the deck may look protected from above, while decay starts quietly at the edges. This is also why the 30-year deck story is so powerful. It was built from cheap material, but the weak points were treated before the wood was left outside for decades. And when you look at old decks, barns, fences and sheds that survive longer than expected, you often find the same pattern. The secret is rarely one miracle product. It is usually a system. The wood can dry. The worst moisture traps are avoided. The cut ends are protected. The insects are discouraged. The fungi never get an easy start. That is not flashy, but it works. Now, there is another part of the original old-school method that needs to be handled carefully. Some people used waste oil, use motor oil, or other homemade coatings to darken and protect wood. You may still hear people talk about it, but that is not something to copy today. Used motor oil can contaminate soil, run off in rain, and create environmental problems, especially around gardens, pets, children, or groundwater. So, the lesson is not, use dirty oil on wood. The lesson is, older builders were trying to combine two ideas. First, stop fungus and insects inside the wood. Second, reduce how much water keeps soaking in from the outside. Today, you would do that with safer exterior-rated products and better design. And this is where the story becomes bigger than one deck. For decades, people trusted pressure-treated lumber to solve everything. Buy the treated boards, build the deck, and forget about it. But outdoor wood is more complicated than that. Modern treated lumber can still crack. It can still absorb water. Cut ends can still be vulnerable. Fasteners, shade, poor airflow, and standing water can still create failure points. So the old borate trick reminds us of something important. A label on the lumber does not replace understanding the material. That is one of the reasons I like this topic for forgotten materials. Because it is not just about borax. It is about the kind of practical knowledge that disappears when people stop asking why something worked. Why did that cheap deck last? Why did that fence not rot? Why did one shed survive while another one collapsed? Sometimes the answer is not expensive. Sometimes it is a simple material used at the right time, in the right place, for the right reason. So if you take one idea from this story, take this. Wood does not usually fail all at once. It fails slowly, through small mistakes. A cut end left untreated. A shaded board that never dries. A post sitting in wet soil. A coating that traps moisture instead of shedding it. A cheap deck screw hole that becomes a tiny water pocket. And if decay begins in those small places, the whole structure eventually pays the price. But if you protect those weak points early, even ordinary wood can surprise you. That is why a cheap 2x4 deck, lasting nearly 30 years, is more than a strange DIY story. It is a reminder that forgotten materials are not always rare, expensive, or mysterious. Sometimes they are sitting on a laundry shelf. Sometimes they are in an old workshop. Sometimes they are hidden in the way a previous generation solved a problem before the modern product existed. Thank you for watching Forgotten Materials. If you have ever seen an old deck, fence, barn, shed, or wooden structure that lasted much longer than it should have, tell me about it in the comments. I really do read them, and your stories help shape future videos on this channel. And if you want more forgotten building tricks, lost materials, and old ideas that still matter, please like the video, subscribe, and come back for the next one.